Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Dunkerque in the French 3rd Division. We are 12 days into January, 12 days into 2019. The transfer window is open and we've actually done some business. We've sold 2 players, well we've got rid of 2 players, and we've brought in 3 players as well. First up to leave the club is 27-year-old French winger Adil Lebrun, a player who, he's good, like he's not a terrible footballer, but we don't play wingers. So I just shifted him on free transfer. He's gone to OC Caribga, maybe, in Morocco. Basically he's getting paid too much money. He was never playing a game for us, so I thought let's just move him on. The second player to leave is very similar to the last one. Basically, he wasn't playing any games, getting paid too much money. It's Bilal El Hamzawi, a player who I said at the start of the save would be very good for us and very useful for us. He's not. I didn't really get on with him, so he's left. He's gone to Northampton, and we've got some money for him, £13,000. He's also taken a wage cut to sign for Northampton as well. He was getting paid about £1,500 a week with us. He's only getting paid £1,000 a week in Northampton, but he's gone. He's been shifted out of the door. Players to join then. First up is 21-year-old French winger/striker, obviously for us. He's going to be a striker. Andy Faustin. And he's getting paid way too much money. I didn't realise how much money his contract was, but he's getting paid £1,200 a week, which is very steep. You can see there, current ability is 3.5 star, potential is 4.5 star. I brought him because, yes, I have changed the colours of these of the numbers, but he's got a lot of greens, a lot of 9s and 10s and above. So that's kind of why I brought him in. He's a very good footballer, I think. So far, I don't know whether he's going to play too many games for us, but, you know, like, free transfer and all. Next up is the Martinique goalkeeper, Joan Hartock, 31 years old, 12 caps for Martinique. He's got 4-star current and 4-star potential ability. He is a natural sweeper keeper on attack, which is the exact type of keeper that we do play. He's been brought in on a free transfer, £525 a week. Nice, cheap contract there. He is going to provide some much-needed competition for Axel Maraval, because basically Maraval is our only goalkeeper who's any good. So Joan has come in. I think Joan might actually play a lot of games. And the final new signing is Eric Taibi, a 28-year-old Ivorian ball-winning midfielder, so he is going to be that that defensive midfielder role. He's 3-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. We do have a lot of loan players in who I want to kind of shift on, so that is why Eric Taibi has been signed. £425 a week, nice cheap contract as well. Now, I don't know whether I've mentioned this to you, but another player has left, and it is Valentin Voisin, a player who, he's played 8 games for us, but he was on loan from Cannes, and we were paying £2,500 a week for him, and basically, we didn't need to pay that much money for him. He only started 2 games, played 6 off the bench. This is another reason why Eric Taibi's come in, because Voisin isn't really worth £2,500 a week. I think Taibi is probably worth £525 a week. So this is going to be a bit of a special episode as well, because the first match of the episode isn't actually going to be in the league. It is going to be up against RC Lens in the Coupe de France in the 9th round, a match that I think we might be able to win. And if we do win, we might actually pick up a little bit of money from it as well. RC Lens then are the favourites for the match, which is not surprising, although their form is inconsistent. We are in strong form. Our last match was, 22 days ago, I believe it was, against Pau. So, although I assume Lens have probably had a similar winter break. The starting lineup we are going to go for then. In goal is new signing Joan Hartock is going to be making his first start for the club. Boubacar Silla Babatore, Jeremy Huisman and Giovanni Chiuacha will be the back 4. Baboy Traore will be the defensive midfielder. Eric Taibi is on the bench, so he probably will come on at some point. Sebastien Dakoi will be the Carrilero on the right. Martin Francois will be the box-to-box midfielder on the left. Dimitri Boudad will be the attacking midfielder, with Adressabar and new signing Andy Faustin as the front 2. We are keeping Adressabar as a target man because I think it's probably better for him, although we're changing our mentality back from attacking to positive, because for one game we were told to change it to attacking, and I haven't changed it back because I'm an idiot. Big old stadium then against RC Lens, and it looks reasonably well sold out as well. I mean, there's definitely some patches, but there's a lot of people here. I would quite like to win this match because a victory will give us more money. I don't care about progression in the cup. We've ticked the box in terms of the targets. Our board wanted us to get to the 9th round. We're in the 9th round. If we can get a victory here, maybe even a replay, we might pick up a little bit more money. And I think more money is probably what the club needs at the moment. Lens with the ball on the right-hand side. Nika gets it, runs, tries to cross it in. It hits our player. Nika gets the ball back. Centres on all the way back to Haidara, goes for goal. And it's curling, and it is over the bar. Is that the former Newcastle one? It is. It looks like it is anyway. Corner for Lens once again. It's off the bar, and Boubacar Sylla has managed to scuff it clear. It's looking like it's going to go RC Lens' way, doesn't it? Nika with a throw forward to Ben Shakri. Back to Nika. Nika, long ball upfield. Kai doesn't get there. Boudad heads forward, but it's coming straight back towards us. Ben Shakri goes for goal, and Ashraf Ben Shakri makes it 1-0 to RC Lens. Joan Hartock shouldn't have really come out, but he is a sweeper keeper, so I guess that is kind of his job. Straight after the goal, we've got a highlight by the looks of it. Boudad with the ball to Francois. Francois across to Dakoi. Sebastien Dakoi goes for goal, and that is an absolute screamer from the little Ivorian. His second goal of the season, and what a strike that was from Sebastien Dakoi. Francois plays it across. Dakoi takes a touch, rockets into the top corner. We are back in this game thanks to the little Ivorian. I'm calling him little because he's 5'4". Corner for Boudad to take. It's gone deep. Nika's there. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Huysman's been shoved over. Dimitri Boudad's going to be stepping up to take it. We could turn this around in a very short amount of time. Boudad's penalty into the back of the net, and USL Dunkerque are 1-0 up in the French Cup in the 9th round. And then, I don't know how many more rounds there are, probably about 14. Corner for Lens to the 6-yard box. Hartock easily claims it on his debut. So, what are you going to do, Joan? Rolls out to Huysman, the player who won the penalty. Long ball upfield to Andy Faustin, the new signing. Plays it back to Chuacha. Boudad. Francois. Dakoi's there, plenty of space. Touré's also there. Dakoi gets the ball. Plays it all the way across to Boubacar Sylla. What a ball that was. Crosses in. And Andy Faustin, on the volley, has made it 3-1 to USL Dunkerque. And we are actually beating a very good Lens side 3-1 away from home. This is another great finish, isn't it? On the volley, Paolo Di Canio-esque. Well, that was not the first half I was expecting. 3-1 to the good. Sebastien Dakoi scores a screamer. Andy Faustin scores a screamer as well. A Dimitri Boudad penalty. We were 1-0 down. We're now 3-1 up. And it's only taken, what is that? That's not even 10 minutes. That's 7 minutes between the opening goal and the 4th goal of the match. I'd be stupid to do any changes at half-time, so we haven't bothered to do any at the moment. I'm expecting Lens are probably going to come out, all guns blazing. Throw on for Lens deep in their half. Haidara. Back to Haidara. Forward now. Monet Paquette runs across the halfway line. Touré gets there first, though, the centre-back. All the way back to Joan Hartock. Runs forward with the ball. Long ball across now. Chuacha. Dimitri Boudad. Plays it across to Dakoi. Go for goal, son. Boudad gets it back. Across to Chuacha on the left-hand side. Is it going to be 4? Chuacha crosses it in. And Idrissa Bar's effort is saved and it is cleared by the Lens defence. It could have been 4. We're an hour in. I'm thinking I'm going to do a change. Idrissa Bar is going to come off for Nzuzi Mata. Nzuzi Mata, I think, is probably going to be the player who's going to get dropped because of the Andy Faustin signing, which is a bit harsh because I think Nzuzi Mata's not been terrible. Look at the ratings of our players. Only one player who is on the pitch has less than a 7, or doesn't even have it in green. He's a 7. He's on a 7. There's only 10 minutes to play. We're going to do some time-wasting subs. Eric Taibi is going to come on for his debut. Baboy Traore is going to be coming off. No one deserves to get subbed right now, but I'm just doing it to waste time. And it looks like we might be in to the 10th round. The corner comes in. Taibi heads clear. Monet Paquette's going to get the ball first. Where are you going to go? Crosses it straight back in, and Fonseca has made it 3-2. Right, we need to do a sub. We definitely need to do a sub. Is the game paused? Oh, God, the game's definitely paused now. Right, substitution time to waste time. Brunel is going to come on for Martin Francois, and we're going to go defensive. Don't know whether that's going to work with this formation, but we're going to have to do it. We need to hold on to this lead. Time has disappeared. We've got 50 seconds. They've had a... Oh, my word, I thought they scored. Did they score? They didn't score. They very nearly scored. Joan just about kept that out. We've got about 30 seconds left to play. We've got no time left to play. The throw-in comes in, and we have beaten RC Lens in the French Cup. We are into the 5th... The 5th? Not the 5th, the 10th round. The 10th round of the French Cup. I'm now interested to see who we're going to draw. I was expecting to get a little bit more money than that. but 47 grand is better than nothing, I guess. Tomorrow, we will find out who we're going to draw. So we're going to go forward until that draw. And, I mean, there's going to be some big teams left in it, isn't there? Here we go then, 10th round. I'm guessing you've got the 11th round, then the 12th round, then the quarterfinals, then the semi-finals, then the final. I think that's probably how it works. So we're going to do this slowly. We're going to do home and away, obviously. We are at home. Some of the big boys have already been drawn out. PSG and Lyon have been pulled out. So we are missing those. The worst team in the competition, I think, is Besançon Foot, who have also already been pulled out against St Etienne. So, looking at some of the teams left, there are definitely teams we want to avoid, like Monaco. Maybe some teams that we want to get. I mean, Bologna, FC Côte Bleue, possibly. Don't want them because they battered us last time. Strasbourg, okay. Right, what are they like? Currently 15th in Ligue 1, okay. They've, in terms of players, like value-wise, they do have some very expensive footballers. He's good, he's very good, but he's not amazing. I wouldn't spend £6 million on him. That's probably promising. I mean, they got Lamine Cohn, who is on loan from Sunderland. Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's probably one of their better players. I'm optimistic. Their goalkeeper, what's he like? He's good. He's much better than ours. Right, next up in this episode, it's going to be a little bit strange because what we're going to do, we're going to play the Bologna game because they are currently 5th in the table. I think it's also technically a rivalry as well, so we're going to play that match, and then next episode we might have Quevely Ruin and someone else. I don't know. Look, we're going to play Bologna, okay? Deal with it. Match number 2 of the episode then, match number 19 of the league, up against now 7th place Bologna, because we are the evening kickoff. If we get a decent victory, and I mean by 3 goals or more, we will move up into 2nd place on goal difference. If we lose, we will obviously stay where we currently are. Hold on, goal difference doesn't mean a thing, because Laval have a better goal difference than us, Pau have a better goal difference than us, yet we're ahead of them, unless that means because we played less games. I don't know. Hold on. Results between teams is top, then goal difference, then goals scored. Okay, that is very interesting. Have we played Le Mans yet? Have we actually played Le Mans? We have and we lost. Okay, so even if we win, we won't go ahead of Le Mans in the table. Fine. But now I know how that works. The starting lineup then is the same starting lineup that defeated RC Lens in the Cup. So, Joan Hartog in goal, Boubacar Sylla, Babatore, Jeremy Huisman and Giovanni Chiuacha are the back four. Baboy Traore, not Baba Traore, as the defence midfielder. Sebastien Dakoi and Martin Francois as the midfielders. Boudad will be just behind Adrissa and Andy Faustin. Obviously, in the league, we're only allowed 5 substitutes, so Eric Tybee is not on the bench for this one, unfortunately. Squad numbers for people, Joan Hartog gets 1, Andy Faustin gets 9. I'm happy with that. That's fine with me. I think we've played these before. I can't remember what the result was, but I think we've played them before, and I think we actually won. Because I kind of remember looking back going, oh, that was actually a local derby match, and I'm glad we beat them. So, yeah, hopefully we can beat them at once again. We need that 36 points, because that will then put us within touching distance of the top of the table as well. Corner for Boudad to take. Sylla's there. Sylla doesn't get it. It's gone to Traore. No, it hasn't. Dakoi goes for goal again, and Dakoi has nearly scored a second wonder goal in as many games. And unfortunately, I think there was an offside there. Very promising start, as Bologna haven't had a single shot yet, but we've only had one decent effort and no other highlights since. 10 minutes left to play of the first half. Jeremy Huisman with the ball for us deep in our own half. Francois across, Chiuacha on the left-hand side, number 5. Runs down the left, instead plays it inside to Andy Faustin, goes for goal, and Steve Mandanda's brother makes an easy save. Throw on for Bologna. Mayella, back to the throw on taker, Detert, sure. Krejci, Friklich, none of these names are right at all. Why am I even trying? Line, not Line, it's Lena. I can't speak. Lena tries to cross it in, doesn't manage it. Chiuacha now with the ball for us. I can say our players' names now. I've learnt how to do that. Boudad runs forward, long ball across to Boubacar Sylla. Heavy touch. Adrissa with the ball. Back to Traore. Traore goes for goal. And Baboy Traore has made it 1-0 to USL Dunkerque just before half-time. His first goal of the season as well. Boudad with a corner just before half-time. Traore is there, not Traore, it's Traore, the central defender, but Mandanda makes the save. I don't know whether that's the whole highlight. He's gone for a long ball. Chiuacha does get the ball back. It hit him in the back for some reason. Adrissa heads forward. Not a great header either. Is this a highlight? What's happening here? Toure to Boubacar Sylla. Sylla to Traore. Francois. Sylla's making a run. Does use him. Sylla, first time ball into the area. Faustin's not going to get there. Going to have to play it back to Chuacha. Chuacha's gone down. We've got a penalty. Dimitri Boudad is going to step up and take it. Is it going to be 2-2 for Dimitri Boudad? I think he's actually scored quite a few penalties. Steps up against Riffy Mandanda and puts it into the back of the net. It is 2-0 as we go into the half-time break. His 9th goal of the season for Dimitri Boudad. Half-time then at the Stade Marcel Tribut, and it is 2-0 to USL Dunkerque. We are looking very, very comfortable at the moment. Not going to do any changes, and hopefully we can win this 4-0. Much like the first half, not a lot is happening in the first 25 minutes of the second half. We have a highlight though for Bologna, or at least they have the ball at the moment on the left-hand side, but deep in their own half. Bologna passing the ball about. Also, is it Bologna or Bologna? I don't know. It's French. Boudad with the ball for us. Good. I can say our players' names. Francois goes for goal. It is just over the bar. Could have been 3-0, but I think it was a bit of an optimistic effort from outside the area. Francois now is going to come off for Nicolas Brunel, who apparently, Nicolas Brunel is our hottest prospect when it comes to footballers, and I think he does look very good. He is running out of contract, although he signed a new contract that runs out in 5 months. Who gave him that contract? Oh, good God. I know we're in the middle of a match, but I can't offer him a new deal because he's just signed a new one. What moron gave him a 5-month contract? Anyway, back to the game. Brunel is on with his 5-month contract. Into the final 10 minutes, and there's a corner. Boudad's going to take it. It's just about to do a sub. Boudad's corner comes in. Toure is there. He's hit the post. Now we're going to do the sub, right? It is going to be Andy Faustin coming off for Nzuzi Mata. Do we do another sub? Do we bring Anthony Udar on? Sure. Giovanni Chuacha can come off as well. I think we've got this match wrapped up. We are 2-0 to the good. Time is disappearing. It is going to be 3 points, and it's going to be a very successful episode so far. 20 seconds left to play, and I'm hoping this is just going to be a pass the ball around, run the clock down. Maybe, just maybe, we might actually get a chance. Sylla with the ball on the right-hand side, crosses in, it's cleared. There is 1 second left to play. The full-time whistle goes, and we do manage to pick up 3 points against our local rivals. And we destroyed them. 2 matches in a row where we have played superbly well. We are going to play 1 more match in this episode, then the transfer window is going to shut. So you're not going to see the next match, you're just going to see the goals when they happen, if they happen. But yeah, we're also going to see the end of the transfer window as well. So with that victory then, we are still sat in 3rd place in the table, but joint on points with Le Mans, who are ahead of us because they've beaten us before. Now that I understand how that works, that it's not the best system, if I'm perfectly honest, but fine, we'll go with it. We do need to somehow pick up some points where Borges Peronas don't pick up points. And the only time that's really going to happen is when we play them, I guess. Which is actually very, very soon. Okay, so this episode, we're going to end after the Quively Ruin match, because we are going to get... the transfer window obviously is going to close at the end of February, so next episode will be Laval, and it will be Borges Peronas and Strasbourg. Next episode is going to be huge. I mean, the Laval thing, not so much. Oh, they're 4th, maybe. Next episode is going to be a big, big episode. Okay, right, let's go forward to the Quevely Ruin game and maybe some transfers as well. Transfer business has happened. We're not at the match just yet. Literally just a couple of days have passed since the match. So, Jeffrey Leinard has signed. He is a 20-year-old French left-back, free transfer. I thought he looked alright. He's probably not as good as what I thought he was. He's only getting paid £120 a week, and his contract does expire at the end of the season, so we may never see him play a game of football. It's time for the Quevely Ruin match, and I've unchanged squad completely, not even changed the subs bench, so hopefully it's going to be a 3rd victory in a row. It's taken 33 minutes for it to happen, and on the counter-attack, Quevely Ruin have taken the lead. Nicolas Barthélemy with the goal. It was just not very good. We should have scored, and then they counter-attacked and did that. Half-time, it is 1-0 to Quevely Ruin. We need to do something in the second half. Look at the stats. We've been much better. We're just not doing anything. Well, the second half is looking like it is coming to a very, very disappointing end. Ruin have a chance, but yet, so far, it's been literally no highlights in the second half at all. From that highlight we've just seen, Quevely Ruin have gone 2-0 up, and he's offside for a start. He's offside, and then look at this. Hits the post, and somehow It hits Hartog's hand and goes in. That's not how science works. We're going to lose 2-0 in a game where we should have won about 5-0. I am not happy with that result at all. 19 shots, 7 on target, 64% possession, 1 highlight. 1 highlight is all we had. Like, what happened from the last 2 performances? What has happened to get to this point? Luckily for us, we haven't moved anywhere in the table. I think Pau could have caught us up. I know Pau won their game, so for some reason Pau haven't gone ahead of us. I don't understand how that's happened. Laval won their game, so they've caught up as well. Le Mans, did Le Mans play? Did they win? They drew 0-0. Okay, so Le Mans drawing 0-0 has been quite beneficial. I think tomorrow, Bourges Peronas will probably be playing. Yes, they are. They're playing against Tours. So we're going to go and see what the result of that is as well. One thing I've noticed, if we look at here, we play Laval before the transfer window closes. So we might end this episode in a moment, I think. But before we go, we've sold a player to West Brom. Marc-Antoine Guillaume has signed for West Brom, who are in the Championship, because it's real life. He's gone for a free transfer. I don't know why West Brom wanted him, but apparently they did. They've signed him. I can't imagine he's ever going to play a game for them. Big news. Bourges Peronas have dropped points. They didn't lose, but they also did not win. Tours, with goals in the 88th and 89th minute, managed to pull it back to 2-2, which means we are still only within 3 points of top of the table. Le Mans, we are just 1 point behind them. Laval and Pau also very close to us. I mean, this is still very tight. The top 6, maybe even 7, it's all very close still up there. We are going to end this episode here. Next episode is going to be another strange one. It's going to be Laval, Strasbourg and Bourges Peronas. 3 very big matches for very different reasons. Laval obviously 4th in the table. Bourges Peronas top of the table. That's going to be a huge match. And then in the middle, the little French Cup 10th round. It is 10th round, isn't it? Against Strasbourg, a team currently in Ligue 1. So if we can put in a decent little bit of a performance against them, I'll be quite happy with that. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.